The thing is, if you are comfortable on having sex on the first day or kiss on the first day, you should be comfortable to fart on your first day. What difference does that make?
Honestly, I wouldn't go.
You are bold enough to go naked in front of a woman on the first day. You are not bold enough to fart. Oh no.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is April Nutako and you are welcome to the third episode of the amazing show Love Circle. In this show, we discuss the fantastic episodes of another show that you must have probably seen circulating on social media platforms, Single at 30. So today I have with me two love experts and we are going to be discussing the third episode of the show Single at 30. And that is why with me today is Nadia Boateng, who also doubles as an actress and a TV director. And then we also have Stephen Tete, who is an administrator. So hello guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Good to see you here today.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So Nadia, you have watched episode 3 of Single at 30.
Yes, I am.
Amazing. So tell me, what did you think about the whole situation? With, your mom kind of introducing you to a man? How would you feel about that? And would you even allow your mom to do something like that?
Not really. But you see, there are so many approaches in handling things, and she kind of had a nice approach, and which I feel it was okay. At least she was trying to get her daughter interactive with someone else. But I think she should have understood her daughter that she was tired.
It wasn't too pushy.
Yeah, it was a bit pushy.
Yeah.
Moreover, she had just got back from work. So I think she needed some time. Probably exchange pleasantries and probably later on. But it was on the spot.
Exactly.
I mean, you can't have me on the spot. I wouldn't take it.
So you personally wouldn't take it?
No.
Okay, and Steve, what about you? If your mom was, pushing you to introduce you to a lady, what would you do in such a situation? How would you react?
Actually, I am currently facing the same problem. And
Wow.
I wouldn't consider it a problem, but I would say it's the approach. If you see the way the woman was like, go out by force. Do you understand? But she could have used another approach, made the lady understand the reasons why this is a good option. My situation was such that I would say we were paired and then we were talked to. Both of us understand what we're supposed to do and what we're not supposed to do. But the whole situation with you pushing the person into the things, it's like you're putting the person in a corner that he or she may not like. And then when she comes out to reject what you have said, you always have something to say about it.
Definitely. So, what was the cause of all that? What was the end result? Farting, right? She farted in front of the gentleman. So, Steve, if you were the gentleman, how would you react to that? And why do you even think it happened in the first place?
Well, I would say maybe stress. Maybe you don't know what happened before she coming home. Maybe she was already in the mood to go into the house to just free herself. But then the mom did not even allow her to even put her back down, just go. So a lot of factors could be the reasons but mostly stress can also cause. But I don't believe it is stress because even when she came back to her mom, it still happened, which means it's something that was there that she was trying to hold it off. So
okay, so if you were the gentleman, you would let it go.
Definitely, this is just nature, and I don't judge. I don't judge by natural things. It's not about the things that comes out of the person that makes the person bad, but it's what you want in the person that you use as a yardstick to enter into a relationship or not.
All right, and Nadia, as a woman, considering this whole farting situation, the embarrassment that comes with it, how would you feel and how would you go out of such a situation? It's very embarrassing.
I mean, in the first place, we are humans. Fatting is part of life. Yes, we have to fat. I mean, why would you keep fatting me? We have to fat. But then, I think Ikea should have, since she felt uneasy, she could have probably told the guy that, oh, maybe she's stressed or she doesn't feel too good, so she would like to be excused, instead of keeping the conversation on when she knew she wasn't really feeling good. I mean, it's embarrassing, but I think the guy should understand. You get it? Because fighting is all part of life.
Maybe it's the level of the stench.
Oh no, I
It
mean,
was so
she
bad.
said she ate gobe. And we know beans, it has power. So it's, I mean,
So you think it's excusable, basically?
come on. There are things we can consider. And farting is sometimes involuntary. You
Okay.
get it? Sometimes it comes out unknowingly.
Yeah, it's
Even when
called
you try to
reflex.
hold it,
It is
even
not
when you try
reflex,
to hold
reflex
it,
actions.
it would come out. So, I mean, sometimes you can consider it. I
Sure.
mean, is the guy trying to tell us that he doesn't fat? Of course he does. Maybe he even did it silently.
Hey!
By the instinct, you get it. The fact
Sure,
that
sure.
Hester was thinking doesn't mean, I mean.
Yeah, so Steve, would you go on a second date with a lady who does that in front of you?
Definitely.
You would?
Why not?
Look at that. So you see, he agrees with you.
Yeah.
It's just a one-time thing, hopefully, right?
Yes. But if it repeats, then you notice that the lady is intentionally giving you bump.
But if he repeats, then that one is probably a
What if it's
consistent
from
problem.
you? The question, what is if
I
it's from
won't
you?
repeat it.
You
Oh,
won't
come on.
repeat. So what if it's involuntary?
It takes a lot of things, especially when you know, like this production that we are coming on. If you know you sweat a lot, you make sure you clean your face, and then you don't let those sweat come into the system. So if you know you are going out and you know you have this problem with flatulence, just make sure that you consider what you take in, what you do, the things that you do before you go to sit down. Otherwise, when you go and sit down and you start disgracing yourself, and it's repeatedly. When something is done once, it's a mistake. When it's done twice, maybe one intention. But when you do it again, oh my sister, yeah, I'll run away.
Okay, so that's the point when you decide to run.
Yes.
Okay, so now Nadia, I just want your opinion. Assuming this situation didn't happen, and then you started dating someone, at what point in time do you think is the right time to be able to be free to fart and do all other things like that?
From the beginning.
From the beginning.
I mean, we are humans. And no matter what, see, do you know the amount of fat you release when you sleep? So what is the big deal? And moreover, you see, sometimes it's, you can't tell, oh, maybe I would want to fat or something. Sometimes you can feel it coming. But you see, there are certain foods we eat and unexpectedly we can have tummy upset. You know, sometimes that tummy upset, when it's coming and your tummy is running, like, it releases it. And at that point, see, sometimes if you're not careful, you disgrace yourself. But I mean, if you are entering into a relationship with someone, it's part of the understanding. Yes, it's part of the understanding. Sometimes you need to interject. Doesn't he fat? That is the question. Everybody fats. But I mean, it should have a limit. You get it? When you know it stings, I mean, don't do it in front of someone. You get it? But yeah.
So Steve, do you agree with her?
My problem with her assertion is that she's saying from the onset. If you say from the onset, then it means you have to be free to do some of these things. But if it comes involuntarily, okay. But you shouldn't have the mind that from the onset you start doing it.
It's not about having the mind. The thing is, farting is natural. So from the beginning, just as you know on the first date you can kiss, why can't you fart freely?
It's not about you farting freely, but in being
No,
being
it's coming. It's involuntary and it has come. As a guy, since you don't want her to feel embarrassed, you're supposed to jokingly, I mean, bring something, then you just laugh it off. That is it.
That is where it is a mistake. That is where it comes involuntarily. But where I notice that, come on, you are doing it, intentionally doing it. Even I talk to you about it. It shouldn't repeat itself. And even for us talking to you, I hear. You see,
why should you talk about farting with someone? Don't you fart?
But if there is something about you, and I believe this thing is, at least you know that in the social concept that we have, farting is looked at in a certain way. So if I'm coming, I'm now building a relationship with you, and I see you are comfortable everywhere you are, you do it. I'll just start looking at you also in a certain way, because I'll look first at my social status, where I'll be going, where I'll be moving, where you will be following me to, and I will notice that, wow, if I take you to this place and you can do this at this point in time, wow, you can do it everywhere. So I'll just be considering.
Considering what?
A lot of things. I
What
look at
are
my
you
status
considering?
before
No.
getting into this
So wait,
place.
do you drive?
Yes, I do. Right.
If you're in your car, don't you fart?
I'm in my car.
So if there's someone with you and you want to fart,
I will
why would you
relax.
feel free to fart?
I will relax.
Why would you relax? As to if it would stink or it would make noise. The thing is, if you are comfortable on having sex on the first day or kiss on the first day, you should be comfortable to fart on your first day. What difference does that make?
Honestly, I wouldn't go.
You are bold enough to go naked in front of a woman on the first day. You are not bold enough to fart. Oh no.
Relax. I would not even go in for having sex on the first day.
But yet still you would have sex. So the fact that you feel free to have sex, you should feel free to fart.
You can fart.
It makes no difference. If you feel like, no, hold on.
Relax.
Hold on.
Relax.
Listen to my point. Fine. On the first day, she mistakenly farted. It was an involuntary action. Moreover, Ekia had just come back from town. She was stressed. She couldn't even have time to relax. And this guy kept her from afternoon till evening. I mean, he didn't even give her space. He's also enjoying the conversation.
And keep in mind that she had also eaten kope.
Yes.
No,
So,
wait. You know yourself.
consider the situation.
And this is what I'm talking about. Considering all the situation, I come and pick you. Maybe I have a ball. Then I go. You are there. I have big men. Before we hear tweet. Then you see Shatawale, Papa, then tweet.
Then you do bim.
I just imagine them bim.
Steve, so with the sex situation, would you have sex on the first date but say that you can't fart?
No, I won't have sex on the first.
So you are saying that honestly, you would not have sex
I
with a
won't.
woman on the first date?
I won't.
He's lying.
Never true.
But you kiss on the first
I
day.
can kiss on the first date, but
And
I
so-
won't
But kissing is also intimate.
Kissing is also intimate.
You see, kissing is a whole different. On the first date, nobody will kiss. Will go and give a French kiss.
Then it means
It's
you're
not happening. What are you
you're
talking
really
about?
strict,
Then
though.
it means you're not romantic.
Oh, come on.
It means you're not romantic and you don't meet romantic girls. I mean,
Oh,
if
no,
I like you and I'm into you and you're kissing me, you can't come and give me a Pentecost kiss and expect me to
No,
feel
that will
okay
not
with
be
that.
the first date. Let me tell you, most of let me say, explaining the first date. If I'm talking to you on phone, we've been talking maybe 2 or 3 months before meeting for the first time. That's not a first date.
So what's the problem?
Do you understand? I know you and we've been talking, but maybe I meet you. Oh, you're nice, and then I can give you a peck.
Before
I can
you
give you a
go
kiss.
for
but
a
not-
date, before you even go for your first date, you would have definitely spoken on phone.
Yes, but
So what is the big
you
deal?
see, the issue is that if I meet you for 2-3 weeks and then we've been talking on phone and I see you, I would consider that a first date.
See.
But there's a situation where I talk to you for 3-4 months before we meet in first.
See, in the case of Ekia, it could happen that, fine, she didn't want it, but the moment her mom introduced her to the guy, in terms of conversation, she might have grown somewhat emotions for the guy. Relationship doesn't have to go through a long process. It can be from a
It
moment.
depends on the relationship.
You get
so-
it? It can be from a moment. Even at that moment, as when she met him, they could have even got intimate.
But wait.
And it does no,
Wait.
no.
Wait.
It is
Wait.
possible.
No, wait. Let's look at the.
It is
Let's look at
possible.
the situation.
I'm tempted to believe that he's those guys who believe that, oh, if you meet a guy on the first day and you guys have sex, it means you are cheap.
I was
No.
even
That
coming
is
to
not
say
it.
I don't
that.
have that.
I was
I
even
don't have that
coming to say the
notion.
cheap thing.
No, I don't have that notion. But this is the situation. I meet you, and it's not that the guy is living somewhere, just directly opposite the house.
So as a guy,
So
what does that have to do with
if she
it?
cannot excuse him to go and ease herself, that's where the problem.
No, but
but you too, as a
It might have
guy,
been
wait,
involuntary, you
wait,
understand?
as a guy, you should know that you have kept her for so long, and as a when you met her, she had now gotten back from work. You should, common sense should tell you that, oh, let me leave you so you go and rest.
And you know, guys are different. Some will
So-
understand, some will not.
So he's supposed to be understand. He reacted
some will
badly.
understand, some will not. If it were to be me, on the first time, I wouldn't even have the courage to even talk to you for 3-4 hours.
So,
it's just an introduction.
But then
you're
just
on
admit
date.
to the fact
So
that...
I'll talk to you, take your contact, and then we meet later. But then they decided to go ahead and talk. Now you are a lady and you are in a discomfort. And this is what one issue with relationships that I'm seeing these days. If you are a lady and you are in a relationship, not just with a farting issue, but anything that is making you uncomfortable in the relationship, you should be able to speak up. So if you don't speak up, then what are you doing?
Sometimes it happens that it might just come out. And what is she
You see,
supposed to
sometimes...
She knows she has sitting
Listen,
do?
government.
You understand?
Listen,
And the stomach will rumble.
Wait, sometimes having this kind of tummy upset, it comes unexpectedly.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? And when it comes unexpectedly and it's coming with a fat, I mean, she can't control it.
But honestly, let's all
You
be
get
honest.
it?
Let's
She
face
can't
facts.
control it. I want you to accept the fact that the guy reacted badly.
Do you
To
agree
the
that
action.
the guy
Yes,
reacted
yes,
badly?
I
so
agree
at the end
that-
of the day, you agree that he
No,
didn't
I agree
react
that
in the right way.
the guy reacted badly. But what I'm saying is that the lady should also gather the courage to at least, please, I need to go this place. I need to do this. I will come back to you. What is wrong with them going? Is it for the first time that they meet, they should talk everything that they can say?
Nadia is not very happy with that, but let's agree to disagree. So, any last words for someone in such a situation as Ikea?
Feel free to fight. but then, it shouldn't be on purpose. It shouldn't be intentional. You get it? And if circumstances can't, I mean, if you can't find the perfect excuse to give, try as much as possible to control yourself. But most of the time, just excuse yourself and feel free to ease. You get it?
Okay. And Steve, any last words for the guy in this situation? What should he have done?
For the guys, I'll tell him to at least calm down in situations like this. There are some of these things that you can even laugh about it in future. Do you understand? So it's just something that you keep calm. But I'll still go for the girls again and then tell them that once that you are in a relationship, be bold enough to speak out when you have any problem.
But it's not only from the girls. Sometimes guys do fat. See, some girls, and we are very containing. You can fat and we pretend as if we haven't heard you, or we are pretend as if we haven't even heard the smell of it, but we know.
Okay, so Nadia, now concerning, Auntie Ya's reaction, how she was being pushy and all that, how do you see that situation? It seems like she was very desperate, introducing her daughter to a complete stranger. What do you have to say about that?
She's a desperate mother. And she eagerly wants her daughter to get married because other girls are getting married.
Yeah.
But I mean, what if this person you introduced her took your daughter away and she never returned? Would you question the guy? Because it looks like she just saw the guy and that was it.
She didn't even know him from anywhere.
At least I would have stood by her if probably we had the notion that she has actually been seeing this guy for some time. That at least, you see, sometimes our mothers have ways of communicating with people. Moreover, she's a trader, so probably the guy has been buying from her and she's been communicating to know if he's a good guy or not. But no, we didn't have anything like that. You just met, saw the guy, you felt like, he's nice looking, and and just introduce your daughter to her, which is not right. I mean, she can push her daughter to anybody just like that, just because she wants her daughter to get married.
Of course, that is a bit too desperate in my opinion. What about you, Steve? What do you think?
I think what she, in her opinion, she was doing was just to introduce the daughter to a man, because she believed the daughter was not able to find a man. So once that she gets the opportunity to introduce the daughter to a gentleman, she does it. And then, lo and behold, what she fears, that the daughter is pushing away the gentleman, happens.
But whether the man is a good man or is not a good man, you don't think that that's important?
The fact that someone introduced you to somebody does not mean you're going to marry the person. You can be introduced to someone, you start a relationship with. The fact that you even date somebody does not mean you're going to marry the person. And I always say, the fact that you love somebody does not mean you're even going to marry the person.
Sure, Nadia has something to say.
I kind of agree with him, but yet still, in my opinion, she didn't force. Because What if he's a kidnapper? What if he's a ritualist? There need to consider a whole lot of things.
He was a taxi driver, for Christ's sake.
That she didn't know him. That is the main thing. She didn't know him. The thing is, she just saw him, felt like he's nice. Oh, he's a nice guy, so you should get interactive with him. No.
Okay, so considering the fact that, you know, Ikea didn't even want to meet maybe this particular guy, do you think that maybe the fast was intentional?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? It was clearly involuntary.
It was involuntary. It just happened. I mean, she couldn't have stopped it.
But Steve, you think it was intentional?
But I think Ikea wanted to be there because from the pictures that we see, they talked for more than 2 or 3 hours. Because she
seemed to like him.
She seemed to like him.
From the beginning, she didn't.
Until the fact.
I would believe that from the beginning she didn't, but as and when they left and started interacting with each other, that was when she started feeling comfortable or maybe getting into it. You get it?
But from the beginning, it was embarrassing for her.
Aside it being
That's
embarrassing,
why
she didn't like it.
She was doing what she was doing. That's why it seems she didn't like it. But it was embarrassing. If the guy had approached him somewhere else, it would have been a different ballgame altogether. But it's like the mom was pushing her away.
Of course,
That's why
she did
didn't
push
like.
her.
So it's the mom's action that she didn't, not the guy.
She did push her.
But she also liked the guy.
But she didn't.
She liked
She
it.
didn't. She
She
only
liked it.
followed
Enough
because she only
to say
followed
that
because her
for
mom
darkness to come,
insisted.
for the facts to come.
Listen, that's why I'm saying that in the beginning she didn't like the idea, but then she followed because her mom was pushing, and as and when she started getting interactive with the guy, that was probably when she felt comfortable and started liking the guy.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean she actually liked the guy from the beginning. You might not like someone from the beginning, but the moment you get close to the person, you realize. I mean, when you talk to people, you can talk, you can know their intentions, and you tend to like them. So I'm not tempted
He's
to believe.
considering what you're saying.
I still don't agree.
He still doesn't agree.
He doesn't want to agree, but that is the truth.
Well, let's agree to disagree. Thank you guys so much for being here, for giving your insights. And thank you also so much for watching. My name is April Nutsako, and this was the 3rd episode of Love Circle. I hope we'll get interactive with you on our social media platforms at CBreakTV, and I'll see you in another episode. Thank you for watching. If you like what you've seen, then of course don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell notification button to always be updated every time we post a new video. And then guess what? I'll see you in another video.